it has been like 4 years since I made this like little disclaimer thing, and I had to remake it for this, by the way. So this isn't like the exact same old one. I had to remake it from scratch because obviously I didn't keep those animations. But like when I was remaking, I'd like put myself back where I was when I made it the first time. Like I was like retracing my steps. Like I used like a 45 keyframe interval for one of them, or like for one part of this. Pretty sure it's like the exit, like when it does that. And I was like, man, why did I do that? Because I would never do that these days. I usually try to go in intervals of like 30 frames or 60 frames just to do like full seconds, and then I like fill in the gaps like randomly from there. But like when I went to go look at it, I like studied what I did originally. I just tried to match it exactly. But it's so much fun. It's fun to have that though. But anyway, hi. I just wanted to talk about this public beta I did. You guys can literally download this version if you own the game, just to see how it's playing and everything. But I just want to talk about it, see where my thoughts are, so maybe it's a bit more coherent for you guys. I know I like to, write big long walls of texts in the Discord server, but most people don't see those, so I figured I'd just play around in here and let you know my thoughts on it. Today, what I want to do, like before I even get further into this, today what I want to do is get the Build-A-Bang up and going. It's technically working. I have it turned off right now. It's over here. But it's not working the way I want it to. I love that. It doesn't have the effects though. What the fuck? I forgot to do I have these effects on, but I forgot to do the other effects. Normally there'd be like a beam of light coming out of its mouth. Also, like, I cannot wait. I'm telling you right now, this needs to be a meme. Like, just like a super sped up video of it turning on and just, wow, Jesus Christ, it's bright. Turning on and going like, provide piss or something stupid. I don't know. I did it earlier. But that's what my job is today, is to do that. But overall, like, I was talking about this yesterday. I was like, what would you guys think if you got like literally this exact game, but with like a shitload of content? Like with no further bug fixing or polish or anything like that. Just like exactly this. Like, would you guys be satisfied? Which obviously that's not the plan. I'm gonna be, Jesus Christ, you can get going. I changed something with wall running because Alden, he was like, hey, wall running feels weird when you come out of the wall. So I like, you literally going faster coming out of the wall run than you are going into it. Like, you gain speed from jumping off a wall now, which it's not a lot of speed, but it's enough to be noticeable when you're like wall running a ton. So it's fine. I don't hate it. Not a big deal. But I don't know, I'm just like super duper happy with how the movement and the guns feel. And like, it was actually sad. I was working on the guns, and like a month ago I was like, oh yeah, these are like some of the best guns in indie gaming. And I know they probably still are. But I played Modern Warfare 2, the beta for that, and I'm just like, oop. I'm just like, God, dude, how does anybody beat that? how do you beat the guns in Modern Warfare 2? It's so good. But yeah, I'm super happy with how things are turning out. I love how the visuals are and the feel of the guns, and the combat's pretty good right now, although seriously lacking in variety. That's something that we've been, actually I think Krev has been doing, and now Ford have been doing like a ton of work on enemy stuff. Poor Krev has been doing like 30,000 rigs every day. It's ridiculous. But there's a bunch of stuff for enemies that are like done and just need implemented, but I've gotten so burnt out of just making new enemies, because I made the imp and I haven't implemented them yet. Ha, pun intended, not intended. I haven't implemented the imp yet, but just because I'm not super happy with it yet. It's kind of just like a grunt that does bigger damage. I don't really know. It's kind of, or a drudge, sorry. But I don't know, I'm not super happy with him. But I don't know exactly what I want to do with him yet either. Also, I love you can see your body in the water. But anyway, I don't know, it's just there's a lot going on here, and I'm not entirely sure where I want to take everything right now. But I know I need to do the new bruisers. I forgot what we're calling them now. But they're turning into like pretty much a cyber demon from Doom. They're not even going to be like, they're not going to be the Mancubus thing anymore. They're going to be way more aggressive. At least hopefully. We'll see how it turns out. And Ford is doing the animations for that. And I was like super weirded out by that, because Ford, really a great first-person animator, first-person perspective animator. I've never seen him do anything in full body. And then he sends me this like idle loop for it. And it's like fucking the best idle loop in the game. Yeah, like without question, the best idle loop in the entire game. So I'm really excited to see what he does for the rest of the animations. But yeah, it's just like I'm super happy with it. I really am, and I'm scared that I'm happy about it. You know why? Because I was happy about the bad update. I was really pleased with the bad update, and I remember I was not pleased with the excessively late update, the update that fixed it and everybody really liked it, and I wasn't super duper pleased with Sticks and Stones Part 1. I think I was overly pleased with Sticks and Stones Part 2, and Sticks and Stones Part 2 is probably one of the worst updates. Like, again, it's a bad update. There's a lot wrong with it. Not awful. I mean, it introduced good things, right? It did some necessary changes, but I was pleased with it, and it turned out like my reviews are lower now than they've like ever been. They're lower than they were for every point in Get to the Orange Door other than the bad update, right? So I'm scared when I'm pleased with things because that's usually a bad sign. Like, usually when I'm like, I fucking hate this, people are like, yeah, this is good. But when I like it, not as good. So I'm nervous. I'm really nervous about it. Let me show you just some combat, because nothing's really changed a whole lot from the last time. Oh, stupid button. Press the stupid thing. Fucking spawn enemies. I don't know. I was gonna address something with this as well, because a lot of people are confused about spawning. This is like hammed together, dude. Like, this is not how the game normally plays in the slightest. So to give you an update on like how it actually plays, right now it's a bit different, because you would never experience this kind of like constant like influx of enemies in the main game. Even when you have like infinite spawning on for the door event, it wouldn't be quite like this, because there's an end to it, right? This is like literally endless spawning. So if you're not like taking care of enemies really quickly, they're gonna like gang up on you, and they're gonna like fill the entire map, right? But that would really never happen, because by the time you'd get to that point in like an actual scenario where infinite spawning's turned on like this, it would be the door event, and it'd be over, right? So people are like, oh, there's way too many enemies. Like, you would really never experience this for long if there were an issue like that, right? Because normally infinite spawning is always on now, but it's like super duper slow. I'll show it to you later maybe. It's like literally like spawn one enemy every like 8 seconds. So it's not like this at all. It's very different. But for the sake of this demo, I'm like, yeah, well, might as well turn on the infinite spawning in door mode, which I literally just put in like an extra bool there to make it so it doesn't charge whatever imaginary door event there is. Where'd he go? There he is. Another thing is like you can see enemies can like move across bridges like that now. That's kind of a pain in the ass to set up, but I think really worth it. The problem with that though is that if I overuse it, it becomes annoying. Like, I would say it's annoying here, right? Because they're like constantly dashing around, they're moving so much. I don't think it's very good. But that's why when I'm actually making legit levels, I try to not use it as much as I can, because it's nice in a pinch when I don't have like if I can find a place where the player can be and the enemies can't, but they should be able to be there. Whoa, what the hell happened there? It's a bit different, right? I can use that and bridge that gap a bit. But when it's overused, you know, it's not as fun. That's why I like using vines now. Like, before, I used to use chains, and chains are okay. They're a bit ugly, and I'll probably use chains somewhere again one day. I'll probably just make a better chain model. But for now, what I'm using is vines, and I kind of like that. I'll probably use chains in Act 2. Also, dual wielding's in. Which is always nice to see, except I now have no ammo, which is exactly the problem with dual wielding. One fun thing is that if you take a pistol, I'll also grab bolt action. If you take a pistol, you're pretty much always guaranteed to get ammo. Well, okay, bad example. You're pretty much always guaranteed to get ammo for a pistol if you get a kill. Like that. Right there. See? Almost always. Not always. It was always, and then it was just like a bit too much. So it's nearly always. It's like 90% of the time. I say that now, and somebody's going to count and be like, it's actually like 70% of the time. Oh, I love the new bolt action as well. It's great to see like a universally hated object, or a universally hated weapon is now like everyone's really enjoying it. And also the stripper clip helps too. I'm just liking, I'm liking where things are at. Like, I'm not hating any of this yet, which is the scary part, because usually that's not a good thing. I don't want to like get full of myself, because last time that happened, I sorely regretted it. But I think it's really good. I don't know. I just worked really hard on it. I think it's really good, and I hate that I can't enjoy that. I think I should have some. Yeah, there we go. Assault rifle ammo. There's a couple other things I just shoved in here, like the corrupted armor. That's how you're gonna get like melee weapons. It's an optional mini boss fight to give you melee weapons, like the katana and the science club and all that stuff. The grab a gun's up here, even though I forgot to turn the screen off, so it's probably like dunking your performance. Sorry about that. Yeah, those things are like super. Oh, also they can't get up here, but I have areas like this. Ooh, shit. I have areas like this in the main game where they can get to. I just didn't think about it when making this arena. Let's. I love that you can actually see points coming into your body now, absorbing their shards or whatever they're called. That's in the bottom left, by the way. That's another thing though. Is like points are like way harder to get as well. They are not nearly as common, and I like that because I wanted to balance it around. And also, this is kind of a stupid reason to do this, but I wanted to balance it around this because if you look at the thing, it'll say, wait for it, only 950 points, right? I don't want to have to redo that animation, so I'm keeping it that way. So I'm kind of rebalancing points around that rather than just changing that to go along with points. So everything's changing. I'm pretty sure the Build-A-Bang is doing like 2,500 points now. And also, like, I'm going to increase the amount of points you get because, frankly, this is a bit ridiculous. I should have been able to buy a gun by now, but I can't. So it'll increase as well. We'll see. I don't know how much, but we'll get there. Right now, it's kind of a weird thing, too, because shotguns used to be like, if you shoot one enemy with a shotgun, let me grab a shotgun real fast. It's not, I mean, it's not going to be the same now, but, ooh, Jesus Christ. I don't have my stim either. Let me grab that. Okay, there it is. If you used to like shoot one thing with shoot one thing with a shotgun, you get like 1,000,000 points from that because every single pellet would give you a point. And part of me liked that, but at the same time, I might have something like that similar later. I'm not sure, but for now, I don't want to have that. Not entirely sure. But now it's kind of like shotguns are literally just damage objects now. Oop. If you can actually hit your shots. Sad that I can't hit a shot with a shotgun for all it's worth. There it is. Anyway, yeah, I like where things are going right now. I think this is also a bad representation because I don't like this arena too much. But I will say this arena is like almost exactly how I want Act 2 to play. Like just the multiple smaller surfaces. Like this is pretty much 1-to-1 of how I want Act 2 to play. Which is why I like doing these blockout things, because like I'm pretty much getting ideas for making arenas in Act 2. So Act 1 and Act 2 are going to be very different. But yeah, I just wanted to touch base and let everybody know like this is how I'm feeling about it, all that kind of stuff. I'm cautiously optimistic. I don't know. Go play it and tell me what you think. Join the Discord. That's it. Goodbye.